"I'll grab drinks," I said, trying to sound casual as I stepped into the crowded living room. "You always say that," she replied, smiling without looking at me. I stood there for a second, watching her laugh with him. The sound used to belong to me. Now it didn't. I told myself it was fine. I told myself I was imagining things. "So, how do you two know each other?" the guy asked her. His voice was smooth, confident. She didn't hesitate. "Oh, him. He's just a neighbor." I froze. "Neighbor?" he repeated, glancing at me. "Yeah," she said lightly. "Lives next door. We've known each other forever." I forced a smile. "Pretty much." My chest tightened, but I lifted my glass like nothing happened. "Cheers." He nodded. "Nice place you've got here." "Thanks," she said quickly. "I've been working on it." I wanted to laugh. I helped her move in. I fixed the sink. I stayed up late listening when she cried about work, about life, about feeling invisible. And now I was just a neighbor. "You okay?" she whispered when he stepped away. "I'm fine," I said. "Why wouldn't I be?" She shrugged. "You got quiet." "I was listening," I replied. "To what?" "To you," I said, holding her eyes. She looked away first. "Don't make this weird." "Weird," I repeated. "You just erased me in one sentence." "You're overreacting," she said softly. "I didn't want to complicate things." "With a lie." "It wasn't a lie," she said. "We are neighbors." I nodded slowly. "Is that all I am?" She sighed. "Why are you doing this now?" "Because it happened now," I said. "Because I heard it." "He doesn't need to know our history," she replied. "Our history?" I asked. "You mean the years I waited? The nights I showed up? The promises you hinted at but never said out loud?" Her jaw tightened. "I never promised you anything." "You didn't have to," I said. "I showed up anyway." "That was your choice," she snapped. I felt something crack inside me. So was calling me a neighbor. She crossed her arms. "You're embarrassing me." "I'm standing still," I said. "You did the rest." Her crush walked back over. "Everything good?" "Perfect," she said quickly. "We were just catching up." I looked at him. "Yeah. Long-time neighbors." He laughed. "That's cool. Must be convenient." "Very," I said. She shot me a warning look. "What?" I asked. "Still true." The music got louder. People laughed around us. I felt smaller with every sound. "You didn't have to say it like that," she muttered. "Like what?" "Like it mattered," she said. I stared at her. It mattered to me. She didn't respond. I walked toward the balcony, my hands shaking. The city lights blurred. I pressed my palms to the railing. "Hey," she said behind me. "You're being dramatic." I turned. "You reduced me to something safe and forgettable." "That's not fair," she said. "Neither was your smile," I replied. She opened her mouth, then closed it. I thought about every time I defended her. Every time I waited. Every time I believed silence meant patience, not rejection. "I never asked you to wait," she said quietly. "I know," I said. "That's the worst part." She looked uncomfortable now. "Can we talk about this later?" "There is no later," I said. She frowned. "What does that mean?" "It means tonight changed something," I replied. She scoffed. "You're still my neighbor tomorrow." I nodded. "Yeah, but I won't be standing this close." I walked back inside, past her crush, past the laughter, past the version of myself that accepted crumbs. No one followed me. And for the first time, I felt the beginning of something painful, quiet, and necessary. "Morning," she said, walking past me like the night before never happened. "Morning," I replied, matching her tone. She poured coffee. "You left early." I was tired. She nodded. "It was a fun night." I watched the steam rise from my cup. "Was it?" She laughed softly. "Why wouldn't it be?" I didn't answer. The silence stretched. It felt heavier than the argument we never had. You're quiet again, she said. I'm thinking. About what? About your sentence, I replied. She frowned. What sentence? Just a neighbor. She chuckled. You're still on that. I never left it. You're overthinking, she said, sipping her coffee. It wasn't serious. It was to me. She sighed. You're too sensitive. I felt that word sink deep. Sensitive. Yes, she said. You always read too much into things. I heard exactly what you said. And you're choosing to be hurt, she replied. I looked at her. You don't get to decide that. She leaned against the counter. Why are you making this such a big deal? Because it showed me where I stand. You're my neighbor, she said calmly. And my friend. That's all. She hesitated. What do you want me to say? I wanted honesty. I was honest, she said. You were convenient, I replied. Her eyes narrowed. That's unfair. So was laughing after. She shook her head. I didn't laugh at you. You laughed while erasing me. You're dramatic, she said again. I took a breath. Do you respect how I feel? She crossed her arms. I don't like being interrogated. I'm not interrogating, I said. I'm asking. She looked away. I didn't mean to hurt you. But you did, I replied. Then get over it, she said lightly. Something shifted inside me. That's your answer. What do you want from me? She asked. An explanation. For what? For why you needed to shrink me. She scoffed. I didn't shrink you. You made me small in front of someone else. She rolled her eyes. You're exhausting. I felt my chest tighten. So my feelings are exhausting now? I didn't say that, she replied quickly. You didn't have to. She checked her phone. I'm late. Of course you are. She grabbed her bag. We'll talk later. No, I said quietly. She paused. What? There's nothing to talk about later. She stared at me. You're being cold. I'm being careful. With what? With myself. She laughed once, sharp. You're acting like I betrayed you. I met her eyes. You did. That's ridiculous. I trusted you, I said. You knew what I felt. And I never promised anything, she replied. I know, I said. I'm finally understanding that. She softened her voice. You're important to me. Only when I'm quiet, I replied. That's not true. Then why do I feel disposable? She didn't answer. I stepped back. I need space. Since when? She asked. Since I realized staying hurts more than leaving. She frowned. Don't be like this. Like what? Distant. I'm learning, I said. She exhaled sharply. You're punishing me. I'm protecting myself. She shook her head. You're changing. Yes, I replied. She opened the door. You'll come back around. I didn't respond. The door closed. The apartment felt quieter, but my mind was loud. I replayed her laugh, her words, her ease. I saw how little effort it took for her to dismiss me. For the first time, I didn't chase clarity. I let the silence sit. And in that silence, I felt something unfamiliar. Distance. Are you always this quiet? She asked, smiling across the table. Only when I'm thinking, I replied. About what? Whether I should talk, I said honestly. She nodded. You can. Or you don't have to. That caught me off guard. Most people push. I'm not most people, she said. I noticed she waited. No rush. No pressure. I'm used to being useful, I said. Not valued, she asked gently. I met her eyes. Yeah. She leaned back. Then you don't need to perform here. I exhaled without realizing I was holding my breath. We talked slowly. About work. About books. About nothing important. Yet everything felt lighter. You listen differently, I said. How? You don't interrupt, I replied. She laughed softly. I want to understand, not respond. No one had ever said that to me. When silence came, she didn't fill it. She just stayed. That doesn't make you uncomfortable? I asked. No, she said. It makes me curious. I smiled. You're strange. In a good way. In a safe way, I said. She paused. Tell me about your past. I hesitated. It's messy. I'm not scared of mess, she replied. So I told her. Not everything. Just enough. I loved someone who never chose me, I said. She listened. No sighs. No excuses for the other woman. That hurts, she said simply. That's it. I asked. What more is there? She replied. It hurt you. No minimizing. No blame. I stayed too long, I admitted. Because you hoped, she said. Yes. That doesn't make you weak, she replied. It makes you human. Something shifted in my chest. You don't think I was foolish? I think you were loyal, she said. There's a difference. I felt seen in a way I wasn't prepared for. Days passed. Conversations continued. She remembered small things. She asked how my day went and waited for the answer. You stand differently now, she said once. Do I? Your shoulders aren't hunched, she replied. I laughed. I didn't notice. You don't apologize for existing, she said. That hit harder than any insult ever had. I used to explain myself a lot, I admitted. You don't owe explanations for feelings, she replied. I stopped checking my phone for validation. I stopped replaying old conversations. One evening, she reached for my hand. Is this okay? Yes, I said immediately. She smiled. Good. No games. No tests. Why are you so kind? I asked. Because I choose to be, she replied. I realized love didn't have to be earned through suffering. You're quiet again, she said later. I'm realizing something, I replied. What? I don't feel anxious around you. That's how it should feel, she said. I believed her. When my past came up again, she didn't compare herself. That chapter doesn't define you, she said. It shaped me, I replied. Then let it, she said. But don't live there. I didn't. I started speaking with confidence, laughing without checking reactions, standing tall without permission. You're changing, she said one night. I think I'm healing, I replied. She squeezed my hand. I'm glad I get to see it. I looked at her and understood something simple and powerful. She didn't see me as an option. She saw me. You sure you want to go? My girlfriend asked as we stood outside the apartment. Yes, I said. I'm ready. She searched my face. We can leave any time. I know, I replied. Thank you. Inside, the noise felt familiar. Same voices. Same laughter. Same faces that once watched me disappear without noticing. There you are, she said, spotting me immediately. I didn't think you'd come. I said I would, I replied. She glanced at my girlfriend, then back at me. You didn't mention bringing company. I didn't think I needed permission, I said calmly. Her smile tightened. Well, welcome. She turned to the group. Everyone, this is, she paused, then smiled brightly, my neighbor. I felt my girlfriend's fingers brush mine. I smiled too. Actually, I said gently, this is my girlfriend. The room went quiet. My girlfriend stepped closer and held my hand. Hi, she said warmly. No one spoke. I felt steady, clear. Her eyes widened. Your girlfriend? Yes, I replied. She laughed once, sharp and confused. Since when? Since it felt right, I said. My girlfriend smiled at her. Nice to finally meet you. Her mouth opened, then closed. I didn't know. You didn't ask, I replied. The guy she liked cleared his throat. So, you two are together? We are, I said. He nodded slowly. Didn't see that coming. Neither did she. You never mentioned him, she said to my girlfriend, trying to recover. I don't usually talk about people who don't matter, my girlfriend replied politely. I squeezed her hand. Her face flushed. I didn't mean it like that. It's okay, I said. You meant what you meant. She looked at me like she was seeing a stranger. Why didn't you tell me? You never listened, I replied. The silence stretched. People shifted uncomfortably. So, someone said, trying to lighten the mood, how did you two meet? I answered before she could. We talked. She listened. My girlfriend laughed softly. That's it? The guy asked. That was enough, I said. She crossed her arms. You're being dramatic. No, I replied. I'm being honest. Her smile cracked. You're doing this on purpose. Doing what? I asked. Showing off, she said. I shook my head. I'm standing still. My girlfriend leaned toward me. You okay? I am, I said. She turned back to her. He's happy. That word landed hard. You moved on fast, she said bitterly. I moved on quietly, I replied. She scoffed. You expect me to believe this is serious? Yes, my girlfriend said calmly. Because it is. Her eyes flicked between us. You used to wait for me. I stopped, I replied. When? She asked. When I realized waiting was costing me myself. The guy shifted again. I'm going to grab a drink. He walked away. She noticed. Don't go, she said, too late. He didn't look back. Her breath hitched. She turned to me. You embarrassed me. I met her gaze. I told the truth. You didn't have to correct me, she snapped. I did, I replied. For me. My girlfriend nodded. And for us. Her eyes filled with disbelief. So that's it. That's it, I said. She laughed softly, but there was no humor in it. I always thought you'd be here. I was, I replied. You just never saw me. She swallowed. You're really different. I feel different, I said. She looked at my girlfriend. You think you won? My girlfriend smiled kindly. This isn't a competition. I felt taller than I ever had. Come on, my girlfriend said to me. Want some air? Yes, I replied. As we walked away, I heard her call my name. I didn't turn around. Outside, the night felt lighter. You were calm, my girlfriend said. I learned that silence doesn't mean weakness, I replied. She smiled. I'm proud of you. I realized something as we stood there together. For the first time, I wasn't the one being introduced wrong. And for the first time, she was the one left without words. You didn't reply, she said the first time she caught me by the door. I saw the message, I replied. She held up her phone. Then why ignore it? I wasn't ignoring, I said. I was deciding. Deciding what? Whether it deserved my energy. Her face tightened. I said I was sorry. I know, I replied. That should mean something. It does, I said. Just not what you want. She stepped closer. I never meant to hurt you. I believe that, I replied. Then why are you acting like this? Because meaning well doesn't erase what happened. She shook her head. You're being unfair. I was fair when you weren't, I said. My phone buzzed again that night. Another message. Another explanation. I read it without reacting, without rushing, without the familiar anxiety tightening my chest. You're quiet, my girlfriend said, noticing the screen. It's nothing, I replied. She smiled. You don't have to hide it. I'm not, I said. I just don't feel pulled anymore. She nodded. Do you want to talk about it? No, I replied. I want to let it pass. Then let it, she said. That trust settled deep in my chest, heavier than promises and stronger than apologies. The messages kept coming. I miss you. I didn't realize. You mattered to me. I stared at the words. Mattered, I whispered. You okay? My girlfriend asked. Yes, I said. I finally understand something. What? She only noticed my value when she thought she lost it. My girlfriend didn't comment. She just listened, the way she always did. "You're not angry," she said later. "I was," I replied. "Now I'm clear." "Clear how?" "I see how easily she replaced me," I said, "and how quickly regret followed." Another message arrived. "Can we talk?" I locked the screen. "She's scared," my girlfriend said softly. "I know," I replied. "Does that change anything?" "No," I said. The next day, she cornered me outside. "Why won't you answer?" "I don't owe you immediate access," I replied. She scoffed. "After everything?" "Yes," I said. "After everything." Her voice cracked. "I didn't think you'd move on." "That was your mistake," I replied. "You never said goodbye. You never said stay," I said. She swallowed. "You're colder now." "I'm calmer," I replied. "You're punishing me." "No," I said. "I stopped punishing myself." She looked away. "I see you differently." "So do I replied. That night, I told my girlfriend everything, every message, every word, every pause I no longer feared. "Thank you for trusting me," she said. "Thank you for trusting me without proof," I replied. She smiled. "I don't compete with ghosts." I exhaled, feeling lighter than I had in years. Another message arrived. "I made a mistake." I didn't reply. Instead, I held my girlfriend's hand. "You're moving forward," she said. "I already have," I replied. Somewhere behind me, regret was growing louder, heavier, desperate for attention. But it wasn't chasing me anymore. And for the first time, I didn't look back. Later that week, another apology arrived. "I should have fought for you." I laughed quietly. "You only fight when the crowd is watching," I said to the empty room. My girlfriend looked up. Did she say something new? "No," I replied. "Just louder." She nodded. Loud regret is still regret. I thought about every moment I accepted less than I deserved. Every time I made excuses for someone else's comfort. "She's unraveling," I said. "That's not your responsibility," my girlfriend replied. "I know," I said. "It just confirms something." "What?" "That clarity hurts less than hope," I replied. The phone buzzed again. "Please answer." I turned it face down. "You don't owe closure," my girlfriend said. "I know," I replied. "She's feeling what you felt," she added. "Yes," I said. "But later." That night, I slept without replaying conversations, without rewriting endings, without waiting for vibration or validation. In the morning, I woke to another message. "I was wrong about you," I whispered. "You always were." My girlfriend poured coffee. "You're smiling." "I am," I replied. "Why?" "Because I don't need to be chosen anymore," I said. She smiled back. "You already chose yourself." I realized regret ages faster than growth. It rushes, stumbles, and begs. Growth moves quietly forward. The messages slowed, then stopped. Silence returned, but this time it wasn't heavy. It was clean. I didn't win anything. I just refused to lose myself again. That realization stayed with me, steady and calm, as I closed my phone for the last time and chose the life that finally chose me. I walked forward without rushing, without guilt, and without fear, knowing regret belonged behind me and clarity belonged ahead. I did not answer, because peace never needs a reply from the past. Not anymore at all. "Can we talk?" she asked, standing in my doorway like she still belonged there. "Yes," I replied. "But say what you came to say." She stepped inside. "I didn't think it would end like this." "I didn't think you'd erase me," I said. She flinched. "I didn't mean to." "I know," I replied. She stared at me. "Then why does it feel like you hate me?" "I don't," I said. "I just don't reach for you anymore." Her voice shook. "I lied because I wanted to look important." I nodded. "I didn't think it would matter," she continued. "I didn't think you'd hear it like that." "I heard it exactly how you said it," I replied. She wiped her eyes. I took you for granted. Yes, I said. That's all you're going to say? It's enough, I replied. She laughed through tears. You used to fight. I used to hope, I said. She sat down slowly. I didn't know you felt so small. That's because you never asked, I replied. She covered her face. I didn't think you'd ever leave. I didn't think I'd ever choose myself, I said. She looked up. You destroyed me that night. No, I replied calmly. You met the truth. That hurts, she said. It hurt me first, I replied. She swallowed. I never saw you this cold. I'm not cold, I said. I'm clear. She shook her head. I didn't know how much my words mattered. They mattered because they came from you, I replied. Silence settled between us. I thought you'd forgive me, she said softly. I already did, I replied. Her eyes widened. Then why does this feel like goodbye? Because forgiveness doesn't mean access, I said. She leaned forward. You really don't need me anymore. I never needed to be erased to be loved, I replied. Her voice broke. I didn't know you were breaking. I broke quietly, I said. She reached out. I stepped back. Please, she whispered. Say something angry. I don't feel anger, I replied. Then say you miss me. I miss who I thought you were, I said. She sobbed. I never meant to lose you. You never meant to keep me, I replied. She pressed her palms to her knees. I was selfish. Yes, I said. I was insecure. Yes. I was afraid you'd leave if I chose you. So you never chose me, I replied. She nodded slowly. I didn't really know you. No, I said. You knew what I gave. She looked at me like the weight finally landed. I can't fix this. No, I replied. You can only accept it. She stood up, unsteady. Is there nothing left? There's closure, I said. That feels worse than hate, she whispered. Because hate still hopes, I replied. She laughed weakly. You learned too much. I learned enough, I said. She walked to the door. I wish I had seen you sooner. I wish I had seen myself sooner, I replied. Her hand paused on the handle. Will you ever look back? No, I said. She nodded, defeated. You were good to me. I was loyal, I replied. The door opened. She hesitated. I'm sorry. I know, I said. She left without another word. I stood alone, not shaking, not aching, not reaching for what was already gone. I didn't feel victorious. I felt finished. I didn't forgive her out loud. I didn't punish her with silence. I simply closed the door and let the truth stay where it belonged. Behind me. Did you hear from him? My girlfriend asked one evening as we walked through the park. Who? I replied, glancing at her. Her crush, she said, teasing lightly. I don't care, I said. She laughed. You make it sound so easy. It is easy, I replied. When you stop chasing attention that wasn't meant for you. Seems like someone's losing interest, she said. I smiled quietly. Not someone I know. Really? She asked. Yes, I said. He's fading fast. I noticed the change around me too. Her so-called friends weren't around as much. Invitations stopped coming. Hints of gossip floated but never reached me directly. People are noticing, she said softly. Noticing what? I asked. That you're moving forward, she replied. I've always moved forward, I said. I just didn't see it clearly before. She nodded. You're different now. I feel it, I said. Even work feels easier. I don't second-guess myself like I used to. You've grown, she said. I'm proud of you. You don't need to control me to help me, I added. I don't want to, she replied. I just want to support you. I squeezed her hand. That makes all the difference. Her crush reached out once, a faint attempt to reconnect. I didn't respond. I didn't feel the urge. He's gone, my girlfriend said after I showed her the unopened message. Not gone, I replied. Just irrelevant. And that feels good, she said. It does, I admitted. Her confidence has faltered. She walks slower, smiles less, laughs softer. I don't gloat. I don't send messages. I don't make plans to show her. I simply live. Are you happy? She asked one morning. I am, I said. Even knowing she's struggling? Yes, I said. It's not my burden. People seem to respect you more, she added. They do, I said. Because I stopped shrinking myself. Stopped letting them define you, she said. Yes, I said. Exactly. I received a promotion at work. Nothing flashy, nothing noisy, just recognition for consistent effort. My confidence in meetings grew. I spoke up. I laughed. I held my ground. You've changed completely, she said that evening. I finally stopped waiting for approval, I said. And that's your power, she said. I watched her for a moment. It's not about revenge, I said. It's about living well. You've got karma quietly unfolding, she said with a smile. Exactly, I said. I don't have to make it loud. Life does it on its own. Her eyes met mine. You're thriving. Yes, I said. And it feels natural, not forced. I noticed the difference every time I walked past familiar faces. The looks of confusion, disbelief, and subtle envy were there, but I didn't care. I was too busy growing, too busy learning, too busy living my own life. She didn't see it coming, my girlfriend said softly. No, I said. But I never needed her to see it. I needed to see it myself. You finally did, she said, squeezing my hand. Yes, I said. And it's enough. I didn't celebrate. I didn't send messages. I didn't watch. I simply continued building the life I wanted. Do you ever think about her? She asked. Sometimes, I admitted. But it's like looking at an old photograph. Familiar, but distant. And that's enough. Yes, I said. Far better than obsession or regret. She smiled. Quiet karma suits you. I've learned it doesn't rush, I said. It moves naturally, like life itself. Better than any revenge, she added. Yes, I said. Because revenge needs effort. Life just needs honesty, patience, and growth. I took a deep breath. And I have all three now. Her hand found mine again. Then let it unfold. I nodded. It's already unfolding. The silence between us felt complete, calm, and certain. The world turned around us. Some people faded. Some watched. But I didn't care. I only cared about the steady, quiet life I was finally living. And that life was my true triumph. I can't believe how calm you are now, my girlfriend said one evening as we sat on the balcony. I've stopped waiting for permission, I replied. That's different, she said, smiling softly. It's necessary, I said. I was always waiting, for attention, for approval, for her. Now I wait for myself. You've changed, she said. Yes, I admitted. And it's not just about her. What do you mean? I'm no longer the man who bends to fit someone else's story, I said. She reached for my hand. That's brave. I wouldn't call it bravery, I said. Just honesty. About yourself, she asked. Yes, I replied. I see my flaws now. My silence, my overloyalty. I see how much I gave without asking for what I needed in return. And you don't regret it? No, I said. It made me who I am today. She smiled and leaned against my shoulder. You've earned this peace. I've learned it isn't about earning anyone's approval, I said. It's about respecting myself enough to choose me first. That's powerful, she said. I also learned love doesn't need performance, I continued. It doesn't need constant proving. It only needs respect. She nodded. And that's what we have. Yes, I said, squeezing her hand. Something real, slow, honest, without pretenses. I like that, she said softly. I like it too, I admitted. I can finally breathe without guilt, without second-guessing myself. You've grown, she said. I've finally stopped shrinking, I replied. I stopped apologizing for existing. That must feel freeing, she said. It does, I said. I finally see myself clearly. I accept the man I was, the mistakes I made, and the lessons I learned. You're proud, she said. Yes, I admitted. Not just of surviving, but of becoming someone who can be loved without performing for it. That's rare, she said. I know, I replied. I used to chase validation. Now I chase understanding, clarity, and calm. I want to know myself before I offer myself to anyone else. You're ready for real love, she said. I hope so, I replied. Not perfect love, not easy love, but honest love. The kind we can build together. She smiled and kissed my hand. We'll take it slow. I want to, I said. Slow and steady. Without expectations. Without games. Without fear of erasure. You won't be erased, she said firmly. No, I said. And I won't let myself be forgotten again, not even by me. I like this man, she said softly. Me too, I said, laughing lightly. He's patient. He's cautious. He's learning how to love without losing himself. That's beautiful, she said. And necessary, I said. Because the man I was, waiting, hoping, bending for everyone else, he isn't gone entirely. He's just wiser now. So he's still a part of you? Yes, I replied. He reminds me of what not to repeat. But he also reminds me how far I've come. I can see it, she said. Every day. Good, I said. Because I want us to build a life where honesty matters more than appearance, where respect comes before need. That's what I want too, she said. I exhaled, feeling the weight of old regrets lift. I'm not running anymore. Not from myself, not from love, not from truth. And that makes you strong, she said. Yes, I said. Not perfect. Not untouchable. Just clear. And ready. Ready for what? For us, I said. She smiled and leaned closer. Then we'll take it one day at a time. One day at a time, I repeated. And finally, I'm proud of the man I've become. The city lights stretched before us. Calm, steady, infinite. I looked at her and felt no fear, only certainty. The man who waited to be chosen was gone. The man I became stood tall, quiet, and whole. And he was ready to love. I saw her one last time at the grocery store. She spotted me immediately and paused mid-step. Hi, she said softly, unsure. Hi, I replied, calm and measured. She looked around nervously. Do you want to talk? No, I said. There's nothing left to say. Her eyes widened. You're not angry. I'm not angry, I replied. Not at you. Not at anyone. You're serious? Yes, I said. I've learned that anger only keeps you tethered to the past. She swallowed. I didn't realize. Of course you didn't, I said. You never looked closely before. She laughed weakly. I guess not. You were important once, I continued. But that was then. Not now. She nodded, as if weighing the truth in my words. I see it, she said finally. You've changed. Yes, I replied. I chose to change. You seem free, she said. I am, I said. And that's enough. She looked down. I never meant to hurt you. I know, I said simply. Intent doesn't erase impact, but I've forgiven myself for staying too long. You really have moved on, she said, almost to herself. I have, I replied. And moving on doesn't require bitterness. Just clarity. Her hands twisted nervously. Do you hate me? No, I said. Hate only traps you. I choose not to be trapped. She smiled faintly. I always thought you'd come running back. I used to think the same about myself, I said. Now I know better. I'm not running. I'm walking forward. She blinked. Walking forward, with who? Me, I replied. With myself first. With someone who sees me for who I am, not who they want me to be. She hesitated, then nodded. You're happy? Yes, I said. Happier than I've been in years. You're not just a neighbor anymore, she said quietly. No, I said. I'm the main character in my own story now. She looked at me, searching for something, maybe closure, maybe reassurance. I offered none, because none was needed. You don't need my approval, she said. I never did, I replied. A faint breeze moved between us, carrying with it the weight of everything left unsaid. Are you angry with me? She asked again. No, I said. Only grateful I learned my own value before waiting for yours. Her lips pressed together. I hope you're happy. I am, I said softly. And I hope you find the same clarity, eventually. She looked down, nodded once, and walked away. I didn't turn to watch her go. I didn't feel the need. The cart in my hands felt lighter than it ever had. I realized I had carried the past for too long. Not her actions, not her words, my own waiting, my own hope for recognition that never came. Now it was gone. I stepped outside. The sun hit my face. I inhaled deeply, the air tasting new, unburdened. I walked forward without looking back. Without apology. Without bitterness. I walked forward with confidence, knowing my worth. Once, I was just a neighbor in someone else's story. Now, I am the protagonist in my own. Every step felt deliberate, steady, and free. Every breath was mine. Every choice belonged to me. I smiled, because I had finally arrived. No one could diminish me anymore. No one could erase me. The world felt vast and mine. And I walked into it fully awake, fully alive, and fully myself.